Hey, what's good? This is Roknin and welcome back to Pokemon Sword. Last time we left off, it was time for the championship match. For real this time. Everything's been resolved. It's time to go beat his butt, get our championship like we're supposed to do. Alright, Ruby, you ready to do this? I'm ready to beat him. Let's go. This might not be a super long video, but I want to make it separate just to make sure that we had the match itself on its own video, which is why I cut it and came back. So yeah, that's what we're doing. This is what we're doing. It's finally time, Leon. Let's do this. Start out with this. I've never seen a crowd this wild. Did for us this week, Ruby, who caught Ignitus and saved the future of the Galar region. A real hero who battled alongside the legendary Pokemon Ash and Zamazenta. I couldn't have dreamed of a better challenge to help increase my winning streak. Dang. He just kind of sideways, just dang. Now I've seen just what kind of strength he possessed in the power of great challenges. Crushing you into the dirt will show everyone just how strong that champion truly is. Dang. Alright, the real Leon coming out. I think this is the final match that'll go down in Galar's history. That'll change Galar forever. We're going to have an absolute champion time. Yeah, get your posing butt out here. Let's do this. Thumbs up. Let's do this. Leroy! Yo, this music though, it's like some serious champion vibes. All right, no, he took the cape. He threw the cape off. Oh, it's real. Oh, this is not a great matchup. Damn it. It's fine. To get the crowd fired up. All right, you brought out Aegislash. You're already cheating. We know Aegislash is broken and poking. How do I want to do this? I feel like, yo, we're actually the same. Oh, nice. We're not that far ahead of him. Cool. Yo, this chip tune mix in though. You blocking? Is that what you're doing? You blocking? You blocking? Yep. Well, Noivern, you gotta leave. You jerk. Alright, it's fine. It is perfectly fine. I've got plans for you. I got plans, plots, and schemes. Yeah, we're good. This should be fine. He's probably gonna attack this turn. Yep. Saw that coming. Now I should resist that because I'm steel. I'm not steel. Because I'm electric. We'll cover a little bit. Listen. So now that I'm out here, now the toxicity is out here, she ready to go. How about you eat this overdrive though? Is he gonna King Shield at the same turn? Probably. But you're gonna drop my attack, right? Let's see if that's the case. Let's see how this works. I've never really dealt with Aegislash. No, I didn't drop anything. Alright, cool. Well, guess what? Overdrive. You're eating this overdrive at some point. You might as well go ahead and embrace it. That didn't do as much damage as I thought it would do. That's not good. Is a crit, really? First one's going, oh wow. I might cry. It's okay. You're allowed to cry. I'm gonna stop being dumb and just go for weaknesses now. Gastrodon, come on here. I was trying to avoid doing that, but never mind. Because clearly, Aegislash is gonna be a problem. It's kind of annoying. Switch the shield. If you don't, I'll be really surprised. You didn't switch the shield? That's not good. Ooh. You definitely gonna switch the shield this turn. I hate you. Why are you first? Damn it. No, don't do that. He's gonna drop something this time. I don't know, but he's definitely now at this point. He doesn't have a choice but to get KO'd. No matter what he does, he can block all he wants to. The minute I get a chance to attack, he's KO'd. All right, good. Aegis Lance is out of there. Jesus, nobody down on my side so far, so we're good. Let's get this rolling. Let's get this moving. Let's get this train a moving. You shouldn't be leveling up right now, but you did. Both of you did. I'm down with that. I'm down to clown. Who's next? Haxorus. I kind of wish we had Calm Mind right now, but that's okay. You can't really do much to Haxorus, so I'm going to bring you in and hope. Ooh, no, that's good. If he one-shots you, that's okay. You broke the mold. That's fine. You can break all the mold you want to. Listen, eat this dazzling gleam. I should put you to sleep. Ooh, you avoided it. Nice. Haxorus is faster than you. Okay. I'm down with it. I'm down with it. A crit. Nice. We got a crit back. Cool. You can go away now. What else you got, bruh? I'm not scared right now. You're not Cynthia. That's still the champion I fear the most. Is Cynthia. Oh, damn, the music changed again. Dragapult. What the hell is this? Now you're sitting in new Pokemon. Alright, that's cool. I'm okay with this. I think we're good. Oh, this one, right. This is one of the ones I want badly. That being said, go to sleep? No. Ooh, go to sleep. To claim victory. Yeah, you are definitely like your brother. Go to sleep. Why? Dagnabbit. You're gonna get KO'd. There's nothing I can do about this now. I do not want to switch and lose a turn, so you're gonna have to eat this. Like, unless he does something that misses, which it won't, it's gonna do Saddle Ball again. That's on you. You should have hypnosis it. I'm sorry, Gardevoir. That was your chance. You gotta eat that. What? Oh my god, I'm about to cry. Just don't miss his hypnosis though. That's the big thing. Oh wow. It hung on. So I wouldn't feel Gardevoir, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said that. Oh man, I feel so bad for saying that now. I'm used to Pokemon being straight numbers. I forgot about the whole building up love thing, camping and all that. Dang, she one-shotted it. Was that a crit? No? Okay. Well, this is bad for you. This is bad news burst. She caught up to the team already. She's at 63. You are not learning Future Sight. You are definitely learning Future Sight. No, you're not. Yeah, Future Sight's not useful for you right now. 65. Good lord. Mr. Ryan. Alright, this is a good time to switch. Frostlass, it's your turn now. You're high level, so. Wow, Gardevoir hung on it. Oh my goodness. I did not expect that. Caught me off guard completely. I'm like, well, she's KO'd. She's gotta hold that. I can't let her out because I don't want to lose the turn. And she actually hung on. What? I forgot they brought that back in this game. We're good actually. We can I don't think I need to be safe. I think Shadow Ball can KO you. And you're gonna go first, because you're super fast. One shot? No? Okay, that's fine. So the problem is, what is your retaliation? I'm okay with this. My special defense should be decent. It's not that decent. But we got it. That's a KO. Alright. Good. Good. We run through the lineup. And the levels are even. It's not like I'm like super over leveled. I'm like 2 or 3 levels ahead. It's not that bad. So that's really good that I did wish to be praised. You are getting praised. You are getting hella praised, Frostlass. You are getting all the praise. This battle is so damn wholesome. Oh my god. I'm like blushing and cheesing and shit and all. Like, oh my god. It's like I'm actually part of the anime. The cheering and everything. I'm like, oh, it's taking over me. I'm so happy. The team I stuck with this entire game, they're coming through for me. They're doing all kind of special shit now. Switch Pokemon. I just see what's coming in. I'm gonna protect you for now. Noivern, it's your turn. We'll see what he's bringing in. I might have put you in a bad situation. If that's the case, I'll switch out accordingly. I'm saving Cinderace for last though, because I don't know what the last Pokemon is, and I'm gonna definitely use it for Dynamax. Inteleon. This isn't that bad. You know why it's not that bad? Because you are absolutely 120% about to hit him with the Air Slash. Actually, you're going to Tailwind first. That's what I should have did first turn. I don't know why I didn't do that. Oh, we're good. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. Air Slosh. Air Sloosh. Air Sloosh. Oh, you flinched? Oh, no. And that wasn't even a crit? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going first side Tailwind? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Or sloosh. Damn, that's a lot of experience. We're doing it. Charizard. You stay in. He's gonna Dynamax that Charizard. Alright, I'm gonna do something a little dangerous here. You are going to Super Fang Charizard. Gigantamax time. That's cool. That's great. You Gigantamax all you want. I'm pretty sure Noivern's gonna get KO'd here. If it does, not be really surprised. But I can't use Noivern as a Dynamax Pokemon, so. But I want to at least reduce Charizard's health. That's kind of the point. It looks dope. It looks crazy dope. I'm sorry. You survived that? How? Oh, but Sandstorm kicked us. So you can get hit by Sandstorm damage and get KO'd. That sucks. That's unfair. Noivern, you know what? You did your job, though. Thank you. You did your part. Well, somebody got fainted, so in the Tailwind went out, too. Alright, that's fine. I don't like this position I'm in. This is not great. This is actually not a great position to be in right now. Because you're not full health. That's okay, though. You're going to do it. And plus, you're protected from Sandstorm, and he's not. So, Dynamax, bam. And then Max Geyser, because he's definitely Fire type. So, it's probably Fire Dragon. So, I'm pretty sure when they're Gigantamax, their types change, too. It's similar to, like, Mega Evolution. I don't know for sure. I haven't checked. I'm assuming because I've seen some type changes happen, or it seems like it happened. All right, you're first. What you got? Why do you have a grass move? All right. Full disclosure. I did not expect that. We are in actual trouble now. He had a grass move. Of all the things to have, he had a grass move. All right. Okay. Okay. He's got one more turn in Gigantamax, I think. I may have made a huge miscalculation there. We are definitely going to bring Gastrodon back. Max Airstream, you're definitely KO'd. There's no surviving that. I'm sorry. I didn't expect him to have a grass move. I didn't think about that. He had max overgrowth. That threw me off. I'm like, we're good. And he was like, hit me with the grass. I'm like, oh, you're not surviving that. Hit by the sandstorm. You know what? You go in there first. Safety check. Gotta make sure we're not messing up our OSHA violations here. We're gonna have a safety check real quick. There we go. Shrink your big behemoth self back down to size, bruh. Oh, look, it's a Charizard. Listen. Had enough of your stuff for the day. Eat this headbutt, though. I'm faster. I'm not faster, and you have ancient power. What is this Charizard? Don't get buffed. Alright, good. Cinder Race main. Oh, you got. Oh, because of the field change, maybe. I'm not sure why you gained HP, but I'm alright with it. I'm down with it. You're not gonna escape this though. Shit. That won't KO. And he's not first. Or you're not first, so you won't flinch. That should not kill you. Nope. It can't burn you. Oh, he's not KO'd. Oh, he is KO. Never mind. That's it. Ooh, I mismanaged my Dynamax terribly, but we did it. He took off the snapback. Oh! What a champion time it's been. I've ever had. It's that triumphant victory theme. Okay, the battle was kind of godlike. I mean, I did dumb stuff in that battle. I got a little cocky, but the fact that Gardevoir hung on for that 1 HP, I'm pretty sure I saved that battle, because otherwise I had to switch at a very inopportune time. I was like, what? And then Frostlass got a crit for no reason. Oh, man. But then towards the end, I got sloppy. I really did. I was like, we're good. And I'm like, maybe not. Look, it's Mom and Hoppin'. Oh. Even the unbeatable champion make you the new champion of the region. Well, ain't that something? A heartfelt congratulations. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, girl. She's grown up. She's all grown up now. She's champion. Working on improving here and now for the sake of all that's to come. You ought to do now is believe in yourself and your partner Pokemon and keep on blasting ahead. You ought to see. They still both look mad, even though Marnie's happy, I'm sure, and B's just B. Ooh! Aww. Kind of treat might bring about. Let's watch see what she can do. Oh, this is extra wholesome. Wow, and there we go. It's credits time. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing post game. So I'll be doing post game stuff. This is not over. This is not over by a long shot. I don't know. Again, I don't know if we'll do the entire Pokedex. That's up in the air. But I'm gonna try and do as many rebattles they allow. I'm trying to do Battle Tower for a little bit. I'll be doing some matches against friends. There is a post game. I know that much. I already knew that going into it, so I'm gonna try to do that post game story. Yeah. So, this is actually quite a while later. If you've been following me on Twitter, you know, or if you know me personally, you know that I've actually beat this game quite a while ago. So these uploads are a little bit older at this point. It just took me some time to edit them down and get them to a place where I can put them up and upload them consistently. Plus, they're larger videos. There's a couple things I want to address before I get into my thoughts about the game. Two things in particular. One, this will be the last Let's Play that I do that will be at like full quality like this, as far as like these file sizes were insane. It's because I have a 1080p 60 frames a second, and I don't think it even comes on YouTube that way. YouTube, I said that weird. That's one thing. And then two, right now I have a limited list of projects that I want to go to or do after this. I'm still going to do the post game for this game, so that's coming up. That'll be going down pretty soon. I'm already recording that, and I'm already like halfway through it, so it won't take that long. I'll probably maybe do a little bit of Battle Tower. I might record some battles after that, but I am doing some post game content for this one for real. It'll be done fairly soon, so I'm gonna put that up. But I've probably recorded this ending like 5 or 6 different times now. And I've just been going back and forth on my thoughts and like the tone of it and how I want it to sound and everything. And it just, the last time I did it, it sounded so weak, I guess you could say. I was feeling very down at the time, and so I think that didn't help color my opinion of things and how it should go from there. Overall, the game itself to me was fine. I enjoyed it. I liked it. There were things that bothered me. There were some things that bothered me a lot. Primarily, the two things that stood out to me that were like kind of a kick in the nuts were in Spike Move battling Piers when he whips out the microphone and just, they have all the sound effects there, but they don't give him a voice. It's just so awkward to see him just sitting there and hearing the mic sounds, but then there's no sound coming out. So even for that moment, they would have had like some kind of just, you know, synth voice or something like that to kind of cover it. That would have been better for that specific point. And then of course the ending storyline was kind of, it was weak sauce. It was weak sauce. Let's just be real about it. It didn't make much narrative sense. It didn't make much character sense. The characters themselves acted very much out of sync with what they've been presenting the entire game. It did feel like they just last minute like, oh shoot, we need a big team leader or a big bad guy, and Rose by like default was it. Granted, he wasn't a villain. He and Oleana weren't villains, which I talked to Earl Swift about this a while back, and yeah, they were not villains, but the way they tried to portray them was villainous, in a sense that they made them the main end goals, and they made like Rose seem as if he was going some weird, I don't know, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense at all from a narrative standpoint. But everything else with the game, I felt, you know, that people were complaining about, with the exception of a few things that were obviously things that have been asked for from Game Freak for a while, to me ended up just being nitpicks. The length of the game, not enough of an end game. I mean, not enough end game could be arguable, but it felt like it wasn't that big of a deal. I felt like it was a pretty solid game. I wish the post game was a little bit longer. I always wish the post game was longer because you want more. But I mean, with everything there is to do in a game, I spent 60-ish hours in it, and I've done that twice now because I have no sense. So I put 120 hours in the game, and I've not even done. I just started doing raids, which will happen actually in the post game for this series when you see it next video probably. Up, here we go. Up, Game back on the top screen. Up, it was in the top screen again. Oh my god, here we go. Here's my team on that file. It's so different on the other file. Yeah, so yeah, like, but I totally get the complaint about the post game for sure. The post game is pretty weak compared to what it could have been, especially in other games and older games. There's been a lot of comparison like X and Y, and like X and Y said. First of all, this idea that X and Y like these terrible Pokemon games, you know, it gets to a certain point, especially, and this is gonna go into more of a, I guess, my frustration with, oh, what is this? Are we gonna see this later? The answer is yes, we're gonna see that later. I'm pretty sure I save here, if I remember correctly. Yes? Okay, cool. I just go save here. I hope I don't do anything else other than this because I just want to talk. But yeah, the post game is pretty light. Like, I'm not going to lie about that. That's very obvious for anybody that sees it. But this is idea going around that the game was chopped up for the DLC that's been announced. And to me, it just shows a complete lack of how game creation works. But I think that's a product of the modern social media era. how like everyone can get a platform and think that they know what they're talking about, and they kind of don't. The games are budgeted for a certain amount, and that's what you get. Doesn't mean the game wasn't complete. Now you can argue that the game didn't have no content for you, but it varies from person to person, for one. But to say they somehow held the content back to complete it, I highly doubt it, because so much content has been put on there. They probably planned for it they probably talked about it and planned for it during the game's creation, maybe towards the middle of something. When they realized they weren't going to make all their, perceived deadlines on the yearly schedule now. And it gets ridiculous talking about stuff online, and that's the main frustration I've had so far, is that talking about these things online just gets to a point where everybody gets in their corner and nobody's willing to come out and like, okay, let's discuss this, and see kind of the ins and outs of it and understand why things are the way they are. And also this idea that if you don't like certain things about the game, then you are a hater, and if you do like certain things about the game, you're a shill. And in my case, I fall in the company of I like the game, I like certain things about the game, therefore I must be a shill, which I never agree with that. And I feel like it's become insane to me that discourse online about games becomes less about the games themselves and about the merits of them. What you can find positive about them, really, or negative, and discussing those things, and just drop people in certain buckets and saying this is what you are now because you feel this way. And it's frustrating because it makes it hard to talk about the games. And for a while, and the reason my last recording was really down when I did it, it put me in depression, because me personally, I love discussing, especially if I enjoy it, something I love discussing with other people. But it's been very hard to find a discussion when every time the topic comes up or there's talk about it, it's just like so negative, and it's drowned out by a lot of negative. Again, it's not saying that being super positive about everything and just ignoring problems is the greatest, but there's definitely more vocal, like there's more energy behind the negative side of things. Now, I'm not saying it's not necessarily, I want to say it holds merit to some extent, but not as much as it's gotten. And for me personally, just my experience with the game, I really enjoyed it enough that I went through the game again the second time. I'm playing it on 2 different files now. And so for me, once I did that, and I think that's probably why I really want to go back and make this commentary again and like rethink this discussion or this point, because I rarely go back and play a Pokemon game a second time in a row right after I finish it. I usually just finish it and then do post game, and then I chill for a while, or I like start building teams. I rarely go through and play a Pokemon game again and play through it. So something about it in certain aspects must have been done right for me personally, that like it felt great to me. Is it on the higher side of the Pokemon series? Not really, but I'm also somebody that doesn't really have like a low side to the Pokemon series. I don't think any of the games have been quote unquote bad games, or terrible games, or shoddy games, or games that were cut apart. They have issues, and Game Freak would do well to resolve those issues for sure, and they do sometimes. And some of the quality of stuff that gets improved is great. Sometimes the stories are great, sometimes the stories are not so great. Sometimes you get a Gen 5, sometimes you get a Gen 3. But see, the difference there is, I love Gen 3. I think Gen 5's cool, and I like certain things about it for sure, but Gen 3 was always one of my favorites. So there's opinion there, but I think some people trying to write that off as fact. I don't know how it works. And it's also funny too, because there's this idea of like, oh man, the Game Freak's never done it this bad or been upset this much of the Pokemon fan base. And that's when I can tell them, like, y'all young. Because I was there when Gen 3 was launched and they showed the list of Pokemon that you could actually catch in the game, and people lost the goddamn minds. Granted, it was on forums, so it was quiet, and if you were younger back then, you didn't notice it, or you might not even been born, but you probably didn't notice it if you were younger, because it was relegated to forums, and you were probably a little kid, and you probably weren't on like IGN forums at the time. But trust me, when 3rd generation got released, and I know it's a little different because the Pokemon are actually in the game, in the code at all, but it's the same in the sense that you had no way to legally get the Pokemon. You had to hack them into the game. You could not, there was no transfer from Generation 2, which everybody thought you would be able to do, was the time machine thing as they did with the previous generation. No, you literally, whatever Pokemon you had in Gen 2, they were stuck on that Game Boy cartridge, and that was just it. And a lot of Pokemon from the first 2 generations did not make it into Gen 3, which is why it was, I guess, a frustration point for a lot of people. So it's not the first time it happened. And then Gen 5, when it first came out, wasn't exactly super praised. Gen 6 wasn't exactly super hated. And these things change over time. It's just a matter of where things are at that time, And so I think the reason I want to bring that all up, because it feels like the discussion around this stuff just loses nuance and loses those fine points. People get stuck in that moment like, man, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to a series, and it's never been like this before, and my God, they've fallen so far. And it's like, no, dude, this is not new. This is not new at all. That's not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's exactly great, but also some of the stuff that people are like losing their minds over is like, it'll be fixed. It's not a big deal. We'll probably calm down. And I'm trying my very best to be more positive. So maybe that's my side of it too. Is I try and be more positive about things and positive and enjoy things more. And so for me, when I went into these games, I didn't go in trying to look for anything negative. I saw the negatives, but I didn't look in like, man, I got to figure this out so I can validate this negativity I have. And I end up coming away with a really enjoyable Pokemon game. One I could play multiple times. Keep in mind, I'm somebody that like I like certain parts of Sun and Moon, but I could not play Sun and Moon more than once. And if you look on my channel, you will see that I started a Sun and Moon playthrough and stopped it abruptly because I didn't get into it, and I did not buy Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I just was not a fan of Gen 7 that much. They were good games; they weren't bad at all, but it was kind of it felt like one and done to me. And I think I mentioned that in my other playthrough when I went through X and Y. I went through X and Y a second time and the third time, and I still liked it. So anyway, before this cuts me off, I basically just want to say, I think we're going to take more time to just enjoy what we have. And I'm not saying that you have to just accept things and be like, oh, this is terrible. But if it really is that bad, then just step away from it. Be like, all right, this is not for me. I'm just going to step away from it. But the time put in online being vitriolic and just angry and just not really having fun discussing things. And that's what I really want to enjoy more personally, is discussing the things. And discussing the negative too. There's ways to discuss it and be like, all right, this is the bad thing. This is the good thing. Where it's not so vitriolic. Where it's not so like just anger, just black and white and just, say that for politics. And the whole thing's like, well, why don't you talk about that stuff for politics too? Because people are in the middle of the road with politics. Things dealing with actual things in real life are a little bit more dangerous. So there's a little bit less room for wiggling around there. But I think when it comes to entertainment purposes, when it comes to art, when it comes to expression, there's more to be discussed there. And I'm not saying that to say that these games aren't flawed. They are flawed. They have issues for sure. I mean, if you want to, and I'm not going to sit here and list them, but I could. I'm not going to list the positive either because I could. But at the end of the day, if you want to hear my opinion of it, I thought the games were fairly enjoyable. I think the 8s and 9s that it got were deserved. I would probably get a high 8 myself. Probably wouldn't give it a 9 per se. If we're going out of 10, if we're going on, grading scale. The end storyline was stupid. They did something I didn't want them to do, not something they wouldn't do. They did back off of it a little bit, but it was still like, it could have been done better, way better. Rose is one of the dumbest villains in the series. I gotta admit that for sure. I'm not a fan of Rose as a character. I like Oleana better, even more because she was more expressive at least. And at least her motivation made sense because she was dedicated to Rose. So if Rose wanted to fart in the wind, she'd be like, yes, sir. And that was her whole thing, was that gave her motivation. It was bad motivation because another female character that's like, I must serve this male character. But at least her motivation made sense from like, I want to be praised by this other character. And that's why she did what she did. Rose makes no sense whatsoever. Like none. And again, Earl Swift brought up a good point too, as far as like kind of there's a bit of tone deafness there in the sense that they made this guy's basically an environmentalist, and it makes them sound as though they support the argument of let's put off tomorrow what could affect our future. And I think that's also pretty harmful. At first I didn't think it was really I didn't think that's what they were going for, or they even, I don't think it's what they're going for at all. I don't think it's what they're trying to do, and I didn't think that it portrayed that until my second playthrough, and I really looked at I'm like, oh, you know what, I can kind of see it. Like, I can kind of feel where, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I get, yeah, they could have not done that. So those things did sour me. But the end game itself, like the lead up to it and stuff, wasn't the worst in the world. It felt very Pokemon. It felt like it what I probably expected. And yeah, I mean, overall, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. And there's a lot to do that I still haven't done yet. I gotta do some more raids. I gotta do some multiplayer raids because there's some raids I can't do on my own, obviously, because that's the way they built it, which is annoying, but it's also very fun to do. So I'm gonna do that. And then yeah, the DLC comes out, and by the time I get finished doing that stuff, the DLC will be here, and it'll be great times. So the DLC looks pretty damn dope. So I'm looking forward to playing that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I mean, but TLDR, if you get to this point, maybe I'll put a timestamp in it to say, like, skip to the part where I just give you my final thoughts. TLDR, I really enjoyed the game. I really am surprised I have to say that for a Pokemon game, because it's probably shouldn't be that shocking, but I really did enjoy the game thoroughly. I think the online discourse, for not just Pokemon either, for entertainment in general, but particularly gamers have this thing where they just get locked in these corners and these battles for what they feel the game should be or shouldn't be. And I used to be there too with certain games, but I realized, you know, Final Fantasy currently is just not for me. And so what I do, instead of getting online and arguing people about it, I just don't play Final Fantasy games that aren't appealing to me. I just don't touch them. I don't argue with people about them. I don't go crazy about them. I don't send death threats to Square Enix employees. I just say, all right, you know what, that's not for me, I'm good. You know, I don't start hashtags about it. I just move on. There's too much other stuff in life to be putting so much stress and frustration into a game. If Pokemon is at a point where you really feel like they're not listening to you, you feel like they're not doing it right, one, don't buy the game. And I'm not even saying to be snarky, I'm just saying that's the only way they're gonna listen. Don't buy the game. And two, do other stuff, man. There's so many other games out now. I mean, even Temtem is coming out right now, and that's gonna be a decent competitor, I think, for this series, provided it gets the right backing. I'm not interested in myself. It doesn't like it appeals to me per se. I'm not the style of it really, but it's an option. And if you feel like that's an option you want to go with that. Digimon is still a thing. Go with that. There's other games that can fill that niche. You know, roll with it. But to get online and have this, man, some of the vitriol, and then just like some of the shock, like I said, like as if it's never happened before. Like I feel like I'm living this whole thing over again. It definitely was. It happened in Gen 3 for sure. It may not have been the same level as far as like they weren't in the game. They were, but damn it, the shit definitely happened. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching me play through it. If you did, share it around. Subscribe to the channel, do some more stuff. I'm gonna be cutting back on videos pretty soon though, so there won't be a ton of videos coming out in a while. Once I finish the Pokemon stuff, I'm gonna sit back and think about what I want to do next, because doing long play stuff like this is actually not like the most. It takes a lot of work for little return, and as I said, I want like return off my stuff or anything. I do it just as a hobby, but my time is a lot more limited nowadays, and I can't keep doing long sessions like this, long games like this. So there's one game I plan to do for sure after Pokemon's finished. I've been wanting to do on the channel for a long time. I'm gonna start that series fairly soon. I think there might be one other game I'll do before that, and then after that I'm gonna do probably like 1 a week videos of like 1 credit play or something like that, and just keep that going forward the rest of the year. We'll see how it goes, because it depends how long that game takes me to actually set up and record too. So anyway, thank you for watching. I totally appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Shoot, man. If you watch this entire series, if you watch this discussion, if you watch me ramble about this to the end, I appreciate the hell out of you, and I really want to hear what you think. Even if you didn't, if you just watched the video in the series or just shared it around, or just press the like button and moved on, I appreciate it. If you just clicked on the video at all, I appreciate it. Trust me. You guys take it easy. Have fun. I'll holler at you later.